terrorists win.
2 words, 3 seconds. Decades of addiction. If you grew up in the early 2000s, the sound of an AWP firing is probably more familiar to you than your own mother's voice. We are talking about the game that taught us Russian without Duolingo, the game that made us smash our keyboards, and the game that proved you don't need fancy graphics to ruin your sleep schedule. This is the history of Counter-Strike, from a humble mod made by 2 guys in a basement to the shiny, sub-tick, skin-trading empire of CS2. Grab your defuse kits and don't forget to rush B. Let's go. The year is 1999. The internet screams when you use the phone, and everyone is playing Half-Life. But 2 guys, Minh Guzman, and Jess Cliffe, looked at Gordon Freeman and thought, you know what this game needs? Less aliens, more terrorists. They created a mod called Counter-Strike. It wasn't a standalone game. It was rough, it was ugly, but it was free, if you owned Half-Life. And it exploded. The concept was simple. One team tries to blow something up, the other team tries to stop them. Or, rescue hostages. Although, let's be honest, did anyone actually care about the hostages? Those AI scientists were just walking meat shields. Valve, the creators of Half-Life, saw this mod blowing up and did what any smart business would do. They bought the rights and hired the creators. By November 2000, Counter-Strike 1.0 was officially released. No more beta. We were live. Fast forward through a few updates, 1.1, 1.3, the bunny hopping era, and we arrive at the Holy Grail. Counter-Strike 1.6, released in 2003 alongside something called Steam. Yeah, remember when we all hated Steam? We thought it was just bloatware that crashed our computers. Little did we know it would eventually own our wallets. 1.6 wasn't just a game, it was a culture. This was the era of the cyber cafe. It was the era of wall bangs, where you could shoot through 3 feet of concrete because physics were merely a suggestion. It was the golden age of the AWP and the birth of legendary maps like Dust 2. The graphics looked like a potato, but the gameplay? The gameplay was pure diamonds. It was the esports pioneer. But then, things got weird. First, we got Counter-Strike, Condition Zero in 2004. Imagine 1.6, but they tried to add a single-player campaign and better textures, but it just felt off. It was stuck in development hell, passed around developers like a hot potato, from Rogue to Gearbox to Ritual. It's basically the middle child of the family that nobody talks about at Thanksgiving. Then came the Civil War. Counter-Strike. Source. Valve ported the game to the new Source engine. The graphics were beautiful. The water looked like water. You could shoot barrels and they rolled. But the hardcore players? They hated it. The hitboxes were giant. The movement felt floaty. It split the community in half. You were either a 1.6 purist or a Source casual. It was a dark time. We didn't know if CS would survive the division. Enter 2012. Valve tries again. Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Fun fact, CSGO started as a console port. Yeah, imagine playing CS with a controller. Disgusting. At launch? It was rough. The pros hated it. The Molotovs were overpowered. The fog was too thick. It looked like CS was dying. But then Valve did something genius. Something that changed gaming forever. The Arms deal update, Skins. Suddenly, you weren't just defusing a bomb. You were defusing a bomb with a $2,000 neon-painted sniper rifle named Dragon Lore. The economy exploded. Gambling sites, trading, the Steam market, CSGO became a global economy. With the skins came the viewers, and with the viewers came the majors. CSGO became the king of FPS esports. It went free to play, added a battle royale mode called Danger Zone, which we played twice, and dominated Steam charts for a decade. But engines get old. Source was running on spaghetti code and dreams. The community begged, Source 2 when? And in 2023, Valve finally answered, Counter-Strike 2. They deleted CSGO, just poof, gone, and replaced it with CS2. We got volumetric smokes that you can shoot holes through. We got sub-tick servers so that what you see is what you get, Unless you miss, then it's obviously lag. We got water that looks better than real life. Is it perfect? No. Are we still playing it 6 hours a day? Absolutely. From a grainy Half-Life mod to a billion-dollar juggernaut, Counter-Strike has outlived consoles, trends, and probably some nations. It's a game about precision, strategy, and yelling at your teammates in languages you don't speak. And honestly, we wouldn't have it any other way. Thanks for watching. If you ever flashed your own team, hit that like button. If you miss 1.6, subscribe. I'll see you on D-Dust 2. Don't die.
Counter-terrorists win.